sound good.
Oh no.
Something wrong.
There's something wrong. Kurt broke the T-34. Hi, I'm Kurt from Oz Armour, and today I'm going to drive some tanks.
I've worked here for a few years now and have never actually driven a tank before, but that changes today. So for my first tank driving experience, I thought I'd compare two World War II icons, the Panzer IV-D and the T-34-76. Not only would these two tanks have actually faced off against each other on the Eastern Front, but they also have original drivelines and engines. This will make the experience really authentic and should make for an interesting comparison.
How you feeling, Kurt? Pretty nervous. It's kind of delicate, and I don't want to break anything, so that's what's worrying me the most at the moment.
Part of your tank initiation, Kurt, we should get you climbing up and down out of the hull about 25 times. See if you still got that big smile on your face, huh?
Yeah. One of Steve's stipulations of me being able to drive this thing was to help him with any adjustments that he had to make, so I'm going to climb up here with him now and do some real work.
Grab that?
Yep.
So we've got to adjust the steering brakes because it's not turning to the right properly.
Right.
So I'm hoping that's all it is.
Okay.
So we need to tighten the one on that side.
Oh, not with that.
Not with that, no. With this.
Yeah.
It's quite liberating watching someone else do some work for a change, isn't it?
Watching the office guy do it. It's currently 8:30 a.m. and it's 28 degrees Celsius and due to get hotter. Look at this.
Perfect beer drinking weather.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Before I roll out, I have some training to do.
There's a battery isolator here. You push it in, turn it off, tab at the top, and it springs out. So this is gear shift. You've got first and reverse in the middle. Clutch is a bit sort of funny. If you ever need to stop the thing in a hurry, if it's not steering properly or whatever, foot on the clutch, you just pull back on both levers. With this all the way back, the thing doesn't start.
Yep.
It won't go. Push on that and pull it back.
So that'll
That
kill the
stops-
engine
that-
as well?
That kills the engine.
Okay.
Over on this side, you've got the priming pump, the steering. So this is probably the hardest of the whole thing because the amount of physical effort that you need to pull on it.
Oh, what's the on button? This one.
I think that was a horn or something. There's the button marked start.
That one, that's
Yes.
the start. Okay. Then
Push it all the
forward.
way forward.
Man, you would knock your head on this.
Yes.
You knocked your head on it?
A few times, yeah. It hasn't knocked any sense into me though.
Everything looks really heavy, like you'd need a lot of strength to be able to operate things. We'll do the Panzer IV driving tutorial now.
How about you put a bit of enthusiasm in your voice, Kurt? You get
It's
to
all in
do
my face.
Driving tuition on another priceless artifact. Huh? Because it's a German vehicle, it's got a simple system where everything runs on 12 volts, except when you go to start the vehicle, and then it converts itself to 24 volts.
Right, nice and simple.
Hence the reason why I got two isolator switches.
Okay.
So let's start firstly, controls, the stuff that's the same. Steering tillers,
Yep.
clutch, just
Yep.
the same as before. Brake actually does work to a degree. First, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. Reverse gear, neutral is backwards and forwards just like that. The ignition switch pushes in.
Yep.
That turns on the electrics and makes the magnetos in the engine live. Turn on the electric fuel pump, and then we push the start button and crank it till it starts.
My training is complete. So the first one we're going to drive is the Panzer IV. It's apparently the easier one to drive. They've both got tracks, they've both got tillers, and they've both got a pedal that makes it go faster. So, I mean, how much more different could it be?
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Stay tuned. Here we go.
Fuel pump on. Okay, push the start button, crank it.
Oh my gosh. How was it, Steve?
He did well. He actually picked up just about everything I said, explained to him about controls and things. He was looking at the gauges. So from a mechanical sympathy point of view, 10 out of 10, Kurt. You've exceeded my expectations.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Hey, that's a real compliment. It feels delicate, like even though it's big and noisy, it does make a lot of noises that you're not used to. The squealy noises, is that the brakes pulling on?
That's the steering brakes sort of locking on, but what you just said is exactly my impression of it, is that it feels really fragile when you're driving the thing, and the faster you go, the worse it gets.
But surprisingly responsive on the steering tillers.
Yeah.
Like if I pulled it back, like I started to get the hang of where the point was where it would engage to actually turn the tank.
It wasn't too grabby and snatchy. Sometimes on this thing it can be really grabby. You pull on the steering tiller and it goes with a real bang, and you feel like you're going to break something. So it was behaving itself today.
Yeah.
Kurt, I think you had a calming influence to it.
Hydration, man. Drink up. Yeah, it was wild. If you can imagine you're driving a car on a freeway and you're going 100 kilometers an hour in first gear, that's the same sort of feeling that I had. It's like, it's revving, it's making a lot of nasty noises, but it's still kind of working. But you know, if anything kind of goes wrong, something in there is going to blow up. That was the feeling I had the whole time. But I'm really keen to see what the T-34 is going to be like and how different that's going to be. All right, shall I try and hero of the Soviet? That's actually a legit Cold War Russian tanker helmet.
Not a step backwards.
Yes, comrade.
Forward.
So in old propaganda films, you'll see these Russian tankers, like the alarm sounds and the crews rush to their tanks, and the driver does this really wacky thing where he like dives through into the tank through this hatch. I'm gonna try and recreate it.
All right, I'm ready to fight the Germans. You're a natural, Kurt. So,
Well, now what do I do?
main switch on.
Main switch.
Give it a good push.
Oh my god.
There we go. Hit it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Hand throttle.
So you see the accelerator move a little bit. That's
There.
it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Push the prime till you see the oil pressure gauge start to move. Yep, that's good. Now start button, you might need a little bit of accelerator to keep it running.
All right.
Yeah, I think you just stalled it.
I hope so. Holy moly.
Takes some effort, doesn't it? Huh?
Yeah. It's actually really fun. Okay.
Foot on the clutch.
Yep. Okay, we'll fire her up.
Yep.
Here we go. Okay. Oh no.
Something wrong.
There's something wrong. Kurt broke the T-34. Yeah, it feels like there's a brake on or something.
Something's jammed on.
Yeah. Oh no.
Let's have a look-see.
Nice one. Yeah. Nice one, Kurt. I'll never live this one down.
What's happened here is that because the track's a little bit too loose, when we were really trying to steer the thing, the tracks have all bunched up on the rear idler here, and that's sort of jammed it. So what we've got to do is actually turn it left to allow the tracks to unjam themselves, and then we'll see if we can get going again.
Okay, prime. Here we go, priming. The Germans are coming. Can't get it in reverse. Whew, can't get it in. Yeah.
It can sometimes get stuck
Okay.
in a weird position.
Right.
The lever doesn't quite get into neutral. Let's try again.
We'll try again.
Really good, huh? How's that? That is unreal. Holy. How's that for being off the Richter in effort, huh?
Yeah, but like, it feels good.
It's pretty exhilarating.
What a cool tank to drive, man.
That was so cool. That was so much fun. A completely different experience.
Went really well. Kurt did a fantastic job. Yet again, driving it, we had a few challenges along the way, but he adapted to it pretty well, and he didn't lose his cool. Right? He's sweating like a but he hasn't lost his cool.
Hero of the Soviet Unions. Here we go. Yeah, we're out of the sun and I've caught my breath a little bit and I had some water. Both vehicles really similar in a lot of ways. The tiller steer has a similar feel while you're driving it. Like you've got to pull them back to a point before they engage. I think the difference is on the Panzer IV, you're fearful to use too much sort of strength for fear of messing something up. Whereas the T-34, it's like, give me everything you got. It feels like a happy tank when it's driving, when it's under load and you're really putting it through its paces. Hey, thank you, Steve.
No problem.
Thanks for taking us through it. Have a very Merry Christmas.